Good morning students, myself Umesh Kumar. In the previous video, we studied about different types of rocks, their formation and their uses. Today, we will discuss about minerals and soil. So let's start the class. Minerals. What do you understand by this? It means they are the substances that we obtain by digging deep under the earth. The place from where we obtain these things are known as mines. जिस प्लेस से मिनरल्स को निकाला जाता है उन्हें माइंस कहते हैं. Next topic is mineral ore. Dear students, you know that our earth is made up of rocks. So a particular mineral will be present in that rock. It is called a mineral ore. They are also dug out from the mines. They are of two types. First is metallic and second is non-metallic. Metallic minerals. By the name itself, you can understand that they contain metals. So what are metals? They are hard substances with luster or shine. Metals actually में hard substances होते हैं जिनमें shining होती है और वे good conductors होते हैं electricity और heat की. So some of the important metallic minerals are gold, iron, silver, copper, etc. Next is non-metallic minerals. They are just opposite to metallic minerals. It means they do not contain any metal. For example, potassium, phosphorus, limestone, mica, coal, etc. They are important non-metallic minerals. Dear students, you know that our body is made up of different types of organ systems, and for the functioning of this system we need different types of minerals. So the important minerals which our body requires are iron, zinc, sodium, potassium and calcium. Next topic is the fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are part of the remains of living things which once flourished on the planet but died and got buried under thick layers of younger rocks. So, what is fossil? It means remains of dead plants and animals which once lived on the planet millions of years ago and got buried deep inside the earth. फॉसिल्स उन मरे हुए पेड़ पौधे और जानवरों के पार्ट्स को कहते हैं जो बहुत सालों पहले अर्थ के नीचे रॉक्स के अंदर दबे हुए हैं. And due to the huge pressure and heat deep inside the earth, these fossils got converted into fuels and we call them as fossil fuels. Some of the fossil fuels are coal, petroleum and natural gas. So let's study about them. Coal. It is formed from the remains of trees and plants which grew millions of years ago. They decayed and sank into the ground and were pressed under layers of rock and other minerals. So, how coal was formed? It was formed from the remains of dead trees and plants which once lived on the earth, and after decaying they got sank into the ground and they were pressed under the layers of rocks and different minerals. When this vegetation dried up, it turned into peat and then into coal. जब वह सूख गए तो सबसे पहले पीट में चेंज हुए और फिर उससे कोल बने. कोल अंडरग्राउंड में जिस लेयर में पाए जाते हैं उन्हें सीम्स कहते हैं. You know that coal is a very useful product. It is not only used as a fuel but also in the manufacturing of other things such as insecticides and dyes. कोल को हम ना केवल फ्यूल के रूप में यूज़ करते हैं बट इसे दूसरे इंडस्ट्रीज में यूज़ किया जाता है बाकी चीज़ों को बनाने के लिए जैसे कि डाइस और इंसेक्टिसाइड्स. नेक्स्ट फॉसिल फ्यूल इज द पेट्रोलियम. You might have seen in the TVs and all that it is extracted from the oceans. So how it is formed? It is formed from the remains of dead sea plants and animals that died millions of years ago. When they died, they got sank to the bottom of the oceans, and a huge amount of mud and sand covered them. जब वह मरे तो वह ओशियंस के बहुत ही नीचे चले गए और उनको मड और सैंड ने कवर कर लिया. Due to the huge pressure and heat deep inside the earth, these plants and animals they underwent changes and they turned into dark colored oil trapped inside the rocks. प्रेशर और हीट की वजह से इन सभी प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स चेंज हो गए किसमें डार्क कलर ऑयल में जो रॉक्स के बीच में जाके फंस गए. How petroleum is extracted? It is extracted by digging deep wells called oil wells and then it is pumped out. And the area with many oil wells, it is called oil field. पेट्रोलियम को ऑयल वेल्स से निकाला जाता है और जहाँ पर बहुत सारे ऑयल वेल्स प्रेजेंट हो उसे ऑयल फील्ड कहा जाता है. The crude oil extracted is then refined in oil refineries. And after refining it is converted into different fuels such as petrol, diesel, kerosene, motor oil, LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas, etc. So these are the petroleum products we get from the crude oil. Next fossil fuel is the natural gas. It is also found in oil wells, but there are some wells which give only natural gas. The most common natural gas is CNG, compressed natural gas. And where do we use this? हम कहाँ use करते हैं CNG को? Automobile vehicles में. Natural gas has many benefits such as it causes less pollution than petrol and diesel. One more thing is that it does not give out any smoke and can burn completely. Nowadays it is used as a domestic fuel. नेचुरल गैस क्लीन फ्यूल होता है, इससे पोल्यूशन कम होता है और ये किसी प्रकार का स्मोक नहीं देता. इस वजह से इसे आजकल डोमेस्टिक फ्यूल के रूप में यूज़ किया जा रहा है. डियर चिल्ड्रन, यू नो दैट इट टेक्स मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स टू फॉर्म मिनरल फ्यूल्स सच एज coal, petroleum and natural gas. It means that they are limited and once they get exhausted, we can't use again. And if we use them at the same speed and carelessly which we are using now, there will be a great scarcity of these resources. फॉसिल फ्यूल्स जैसे कोल, पेट्रोलियम और नेचुरल गैस इन सभी को बनने के लिए बहुत साल लगते हैं. वे लिमिटेड होते हैं. कोल, पेट्रोलियम, नेचुरल गैस इन सभी को बनने के लिए बहुत साल लगते हैं और जिस स्पीड से हम उसे यूज़ कर रहे हैं उससे आने वाले कुछ सालों में इनकी बहुत कमी हो सकती है. सो वी शुड यूज़ दम केयरफुली एंड इकोनॉमिकली. There is a need to use more and more renewable sources of energy such as solar energy, wind energy and the energy from flowing water. हो सके तो हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रिन्यूएबल सोर्सेस ऑफ एनर्जी को यूज़ करना चाहिए लाइक सोलर एनर्जी, विंड एनर्जी एंड वाटर एनर्जी. By using these sources of energy, we can save other fossil fuels. Last topic of this chapter is soil. So, what is soil? It is the topmost layer of the earth's surface in which plants have their roots. It is made of many things such as weathered rocks, decayed plants and animals matter. Soil जो है हमारे अर्थ का टॉप मोस्ट लेयर होता है जिसमें बहुत से प्लांट्स ग्रो करते हैं. सॉइल बहुत सी चीज़ों से मिलकर बना है जैसे डिकेड प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स, weathered rocks, etc. It takes a lot of time for the soil formation. It forms when many things such as air, water, plant life, animal life, rocks, chemicals, etc. they interact together and they form the soil. Besides this, soil is the home for many insects such as earthworms, microorganisms, fungi, bacteria, snail, etc. They help in maintaining the fertility of the soil. Soil बहुत से माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स जैसे बैक्टीरिया, फंगी, इंसेक्ट्स जैसे कि अर्थवर्म, स्नेल इन सभी के लिए शेल्टर है. ये सॉइल की फर्टिलिटी को मेंटेन करके रखते हैं. So the last topic is layers of soil. Soil at a place is made up of different layers. It has three layers. The first one is topsoil. The uppermost layer is called the topsoil. It is the most fertile layer. It contains sand, clay, water, air, and above all humus. What is humus? It is a component of the soil formed by the decomposition of leaves by the microorganisms. Humus present in the topsoil makes it the most fertile layer in which different types of plants grow. The layer below the topsoil is the subsoil. It contains pieces of rocks. It has water but less humus. Some roots go deep down into this layer. टॉप सॉइल के नीचे सब सॉइल प्रेजेंट होता है जिसमें रॉक्स रहते हैं. इसमें वाटर प्रेजेंट होता है बट ह्यूमस जो है बहुत कम मात्रा में होता है. द लोअर मोस्ट लेयर इज कॉल्ड द बेड रॉक. इट कंटेन्स लार्जर पीसेस ऑफ रॉक्स. इट हैज़ वेरी लिटिल वाटर. दिस लेयर इज वेरी डीप डाउन द अर्थ. सबसे नीचे वाले लेयर को बेड रॉक कहते हैं. इसमें बड़े बड़े पत्थर प्रेजेंट होते हैं और वाटर बहुत कम होता है. In all these layers, topsoil is the most fertile layer in which different plants grow. Importance of soil. You know that it is an important resource that we all must protect because it takes a long period of time for its formation. One more thing is that it provides nutrients and stability for the plants to grow. सोइल स्टेबिलिटी और न्यूट्रिएंट्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं प्लांट्स को जिससे उनकी ग्रोथ होती है. सोइल इज द होम फॉर वेरियस लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स, माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स एक्सेट्रा. It is not possible for the plants, animals and even human beings to survive in the absence of soil. Since it is a home for various organisms and for the plants, we should care for the soil for the longevity of both animals and people. We should protect it from erosion. Soil is necessary for the survival of plants, animals, and for the human beings. So, here we have completed this chapter. Thank you.